Welcome back guys to another Zero DTE video, and today Coach Ernie is going to be talking about market moves, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description to join the world's #1 Zero DTE trade destination. Enjoy guys.
This morning was what I would call an impulsive move. I've talked about this before. When you look at it without the context of when the market opened, then it looks like, oh, that's obvious. You just, because it bounced right off of a structural level, you take it right there. But the impulsive move came right at the market open. And when something like that happens, there's not a whole lot you can do other than wait for a pullback and a breakout and looking for that type of opportunity. And I'll show you that right now as soon as I get to this. And I don't know if anybody else was following along with this or not, or recognized it. So I'll go to a 3-minute chart. It's very easy to see there. So yeah, right at the open, if you were following it all the way through.
Yeah, Coach, I was following it and I totally blew the read.
Yeah, but if you were following it pre-market,
so negative.
If you were following it pre-market, according to this, it might have been somewhat apparent because we had a tweezers pattern there right on this structural level, but it wasn't really that strong. And then it just started to go and go. And by then it was apparent that it was going to be one of those opening market impulsive moves. That's exactly what happened. So when something like that happens, the next thing that you can only hope for is a pullback. At some point, it is going to reach a high and then it's going to pull back, which it did right here. And it pulled back about 33%. I'm not usually looking for a 33% pullback, because to me, that's not enough, and it usually means it's going to keep on going higher. You're usually looking for a 50 or a 68 or a 75% pullback, but it didn't do that. It was just a short pullback and just kept on going up. At this point, what you're really looking for is a breakout, right? In either case, whether it's a big pullback or not. On a big pullback, sometimes you can get a trade down here. But here you're looking for a breakout. And as it turned out, it was right around these structural levels, but not really that clear. Right? There's this tiny little node that starts developing here. We're really zoomed in, so it's hard to tell. But you can see that there's a top of a node right here, this red mark. And it looked like it broke through there, came down below, and then broke out again, and then broke the session high. That would have been a good trade right there, right there. You probably would have taken it like a little higher. Once it broke, I would have said once it broke this right here, one of those levels, and then take a long from there. And that looks like it would have been profitable. So that's typically what you do on these impulsive moves. You wait for the big pullback. If it's a good size one, then sometimes you can take a trade right on the bottom of the pullback and potentially add to it if it breaks out from the session high. So that's how I would have played it. Probably the most prevalent pattern that we'll ever see is the breakout from the session high.
Thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button below. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, remember to check out the link in the description for Ernie's school community.